Several years ago, CVA launched the Paramount Muzzleloader. It was a .45 caliber rifle that launched a 285 grain, specifically designed power belt ELR bullet at just over 2,300 feet per second, and it set a new bar in muzzleloader standards. I personally tested this rifle, and it shot accurately to just over 700 yards. Next year, they followed that up with the Paramount Pro Series that was significantly lighter. They added a muzzle brake, Cerakote coatings, and a great stock. I tested this rifle as well, and from a hunting standpoint, it once again moved the bar. Keeping the throttle down, in 2021, CVA's launched the Paramount HTR, and this is a .40 caliber muzzleloader. If you think the .45 was impressive, just wait till you see what we accomplished with this .40 caliber muzzleloader. CVA's got their competition in the rearview mirror and putting distance on them. This rifle we've been shooting is a prototype, but the final production rifles will have a nitride coating, and the stock will have an adjustable cheek pad and be dipped in the Realtree hillside camo pattern. The 26-inch free floating barrel gives you just what you need to truly stretch things out. The .40 caliber 225 grain power belt ELR bullets are very aerodynamic with a ballistic coefficient of .366. They're coming out of the muzzle at 2,725 to 2,750 feet per second. These velocities are what you would see shooting center fire calibers like the 6.5 Creedmoor, but with a heavier bullet. They deliver amazing accuracy because they are precision loads. We measure our loads of Blackhorn 209 powder just like we do when we load rifle ammo. The powder load is ignited with a large rifle primer that is loaded into a specifically designed Veriflame adapter. When assembled, it looks a lot like a 209 shotgun primer that ignites most muzzleloaders. So you achieve center fire rifle consistency, but this rifle doesn't require you to complete a Form 4473 from the ATF. This means you can order this rifle and have it shipped direct to your door. We topped this rifle with a Zeiss V4 6-24 rifle scope. And when staying in tune with what the owner's manual says, we put a 20 MOA rail on it, even though this scope has enough vertical adjustment that it wasn't required. And we've got the high magnification scope on it because we're gonna truly test this thing to long range. We tested various loads of Blackhorn 209 powder, but the recommended 105 grains by weight turned out to provide us with the best accuracy and the highest velocities. We preloaded 40 to 50 of these Blackhorn tubes prior to our range days, as well as put together the same number of Veriflame adapters. We shot at 100 yards to make sure we were on paper, and then sight in and shoot for groups at 200 yards. Once this has been accomplished, we shoot through our Ayler high-quality chronograph, which allows us to put all of our data into a ballistic problem-solving app. I personally use Strelok Pro. The muzzle velocity average of 2,740 feet per second. BC of this bullet is .366, 225 grain bullet, length of the bullet at 1.354 inches, and a bullet diameter of .40, and we're ready to test. Our 200-yard zero groups range from .75 inches to 1.5 inches each and every visit to the range. We shot steel from 300 yards out to 800 yards at 100-yard increments. We consistently smashed targets at all yardages and shot great groups out to 700 yards. 800 yards is pushing things pretty far because this round is close to going subsonic of 1,125 feet per second, and the energy at this distance is down to just under 700 foot-pounds, which is lower than I like to shoot game animals at. I like to keep that around 1,000 foot-pounds of energy, and that is right at about 600 yards. At 800 yards, we had 227 inches of drop, and with a 6 mile/hour full value wind, we needed 6 full minutes of adjustment to get us on target. The end result at nearly a half a mile is that we put multiple rounds on target at just over a 10-inch group. Not my best groups, but pretty impressive considering this is a muzzleloader. We compared the test data on the .40 caliber to the .45 caliber just to see if it's worth adding this rifle to your arsenal. Comparing the test results side by side shows an amazing advantage in performance with the new .40 caliber. Being legal in over 30 states and more coming, it's definitely the way to go. If your state doesn't allow the .40 caliber, the .45 performs extremely well, and some states still require the .50 cal. CVA still has you covered. So pick the rifle that's best suited for you and legal where you hunt. I'll be shooting this Paramount HTR this season. But they are also offering this in a pro version, so it just might make it into my arsenal.